What's up, strikers, and welcome back to the Sharp Corner, a YouTube channel that provides consistent competitive online gameplay footage for Mario Strikers Battle League. I'm your host, The Sharp. Welcome back to another episode. Before we get into today's episode, I want to do a quick plug for Mishal Gaming. You may have remembered from a previous episode that I played Mishal when we were doing rated Discord matches. Turns out he's got his own YouTube channel, and I always like to promote other YouTube channels that are putting out that Mario Strikers Battle League online content. So there is going to be a link to Mishal Gaming in the description of this episode. Please be sure to go and check that out. Now, for today's episode, we got something special for y'all. We are going to be piping in the invincible, the incredible Ink. That's right, y'all, Ink. For those who are not aware, Ink is an amazing player. On the Discord leaderboard, he's way up there. Whereas the Sharp is somewhere around 1200, mid 1200s on the Discord rated leaderboard, Ink is somewhere in the 1500s, low 1600s, something like that. So he's an incredible player, and you may have seen another episode I produced where Ink was playing Mom Jeans in tournament play, and he did phenomenal. So he's a really great player, and one of the things that is unique about Ink is that he doesn't play automatic, he plays manual mode. Several weeks ago, I did an episode with Mario Gamer, and he was a manual mode player, and I kind of thought that he was the only one. Turns out he's not. Ink also plays manual mode, and he does it masterfully. So I'm really excited about having Ink here. And what this is going to be, it's going to be somewhat of an exhibition of Ink's skill using manual mode, but there's also going to be a tutorial component to it. So the way that we're going to do this episode, Ink and I talked about this ahead of time, and it's going to work like this. First, he and I are going to play just regular, straight-up competitive game because I want you to see how amazing this guy is using manual mode. So we're going to be going all out, no holds bar, but I don't expect very good results given his rating compared to mine. Then I'm going to play Ink using manual mode for the games 2 and 3. And while we're going through that, Ink's going to be giving some pointers, he's going to be giving some tips. It's going to be kind of a tutorial from an expert on manual mode for anyone who might be interested in that particular play style. So this is going to be great. I'm really excited about it. I appreciate having Ink on. So let's get Ink in here so we can talk to him and get some feedback from him. But while we're getting him in, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button to help support the channel. Let's get Ink in and let's get into today's episode. Okay, and we now have Ink on the line. Ink, welcome to the Sharp Corner. Glad to have you here.
Appreciate it. Glad you invited me.
Now, Ink, I think one of the questions that we have to address, I think one of the questions we have to address right off the bat is whether or not manual mode is your preferred play style, or like me, you do things that are different just for the sake of being different. So, I mean, is this your desired play style, or do you kind of do it just because nobody else does?
Yeah, see, in a way, I thought it would be cool to have like my own style because I got tired of playing the same game and seeing all the same plays, and I was like, I kind of wanted to be different, as well as I ran into a couple problems while being on auto to where my guy would automatically swap as I was trying to make a run or a play with another character. So it kind of almost fell into my hands, as well as it was like, okay, I want to see how far I can take this because I haven't seen anyone else playing this.
Yeah, you guys are very far and few between. I mentioned in the intro that I only know of you and Mario Gamer, so really excited about this opportunity, really excited about showcasing your play style. So again, first thing we were going to do is Ink and I, we're going to play one-on-one. So first you can see the difference in our play style, and you can see the difference in our skill level. So let's get into this and let's see some manual mode from Ink. Okay, game 1 versus Ink. We're playing competitive rules, only colored blocks, no hyper strikes. One of the things I like about Ink is he doesn't seem to be too worried about speed, because with those offensive team tackles, I mean, do you kind of make up for it like that, Ink?
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of speed, so my defense is kind of like my offense. So I'm not worried to lose the ball right there, because I know.
Oh my goodness!
I guy back and tackle, and I already have the ball back without having to really do. Okay, I messed up there, but I should have just used the bomb and scored. But I kind of have simpler offense, but it's done by a lot of short passes and like tiny dribbles.
Gotcha. What is boom boom? Ink, get off me, man. Dude, so you don't fall for the zesty dodge there. You seem to still be a very patient player.
Yeah.
Sit and wait. That's a good point.
I still gotta believe in my goalie, even though I know he's probably.
So let me ask you this, Ink. When playing manual mode, obviously you learn how to do those team tackles on offense. Have you noticed that helps with your skill on team tackles on defense?
In a way, sure, but I kind of had already started doing them on defense before I swapped to manual.
Right, but does it just come a little bit more natural? Because I mean, I've got to force. Like if I get a team tackle, it's I'm pretty proud of myself because I very rarely do it. But does it just come a little bit more natural to do those team tackles on defense because you do them on offense too? Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely say it would. Because I'm already, like, my play style is super defensive already. Damn, I fell for that same play again.
Well, I'm thinking that there's a speed difference between Bowser and Toad, and I'm trying to take advantage of that a little bit.
Yeah. My play style is really, and so it just kind of transitions. Defense is going to be my best offense. Because, like, I'd rather not have the game side. If I can stop it before it happens, that would just be ideal.
Sure.
Keep it down a little bit.
I think one of the things that I love. Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
My offense, like the thing that I do most is defense, which is all the tutorial on it. On the Bigs team, that's kind of what I was always doing. There's just shots like that where I just dribble up to the corner and just shoot.
Now, I will take this opportunity to say that Ink does have his own YouTube channel. Oh, you didn't fall for it that time. And we're, again, not a lot of videos, but you do have a tap shot tutorial, and I've plugged that before in one of my episodes, but there will be a link to Link's channel in the description of this episode, so be sure to check that out. Hey, that's there's a little team tackle there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
What's about that is I didn't even try to send her to the corner, but even though it did, it like forces you to not be able to defend that because nobody's
No, you can't. Nobody's on Waluigi.
The closer you get to it, I'll just pass it closer in the box. So then even if you had a guy up there, you can't defend that play. That's pretty nice. And
now, would you agree that this particular team that you're using right now probably wouldn't work if it was manual? Because, I mean, I look at your team and you're like all these big, beefy characters. The hitboxes are huge. There's not a lot of speed involved there. So is this a team that really only works in manual?
Pretty much. I mean, you could, in theory, do it on auto. I do have a lot of, like, plays that I end up doing. Kind of look like I'm playing on auto anyway, so it's like you could still in theory run a team like this on auto, but it's not going to be as successful, I don't think. Or at least at the level that I typically have played at. I wouldn't say it would be any viable.
Gotcha.
Maybe a little bit, but I'd probably run one less big character. Because then you're able to at least be able to run a little bit less rather than what I try to do. So.
Now, the big bodies, that is conducive to the manual playstyle because it makes the team tackles a little bit easier, right? I mean, just bigger hitboxes for you. Okay.
I'd have to like fully look into that a little bit more.
You know, that's one of the things that actually really impresses me about your playstyle, Ink, is that you've got the finesse too. Because when I was watching your game with Mom Jeans, and you just demonstrated that here as well. I mean, you can tighten chip with the best of them on both sides, on the top of the box and the bottom of the box. So when you see these big characters, you think, okay, it's just going to be like a bully team, but it's got finesse too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably one of the better ones that tightens with the Bowser and DK.
Yeah, I think. Woo. See, I didn't even get an item there. You knocked out like 3 guys and I got no item.
Oh yeah, my finesse too, I guess, if you want to talk about it. Oh, I messed up. Oh. I figured you couldn't lob that over Boom Boom, but it was worth the shot.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. I mean, there's Ink 8-5 using the manual mode. All these big bodies. Good game, Ink. I think I did a little bit better than I thought I was going to do, but as we both know, talking while playing at the same time, it kind of takes your focus away. But great game. So I think what we're going to do now is I'm going to switch over to manual mode. We're going to kind of switch to the tutorial part of the episode, where people like myself who are who are interested in this play style, you can give some pointers and help us to know how to come along if we want to go about it. Does that sound good?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, so we're gonna switch out of here and we're gonna move on to manual mode. Okay, so we're back. Ink and I are playing. He's changed up his team a little bit. I'm sticking with the same one, but now I'm on manual mode. Now, rather than doing 2 more games that are 4 minutes long, Ink had a really good suggestion to have just a 10-minute long game so we can kind of, sink our teeth a little bit deeper into this. And the main focus here, of course, is going to be on offense, because manual mode is no different on defense, but on offense, that's where the big changes come. So Ink is going to be giving us some tips on, calling the ball, how to set up the offensive team tackle, how to get Titan chips, all that good stuff.
Just as we were talking about that, I thought replay, but I did a little favor with the red short following ran, and then as well as just little maneuvers on offense.
All right, so
I mixed it.
All right, so let me see. If I pass it there,
you can pass it and hit A again.
Oh, got it. Okay.
That'd have been a nice play. Other than I probably would have hit that Wario
right.
Sooner, but if you were to do that a lot quicker, that's like the motion that you're going for on those. Like even on my
Gotcha. So you actually pass it to the computer. Yeah. Right. Okay. Passing to the computer and then putting yourself in a position to get the ball. Okay.
So like even then, I went out with the side. Like you can do a lot of this. Like it's a lot of different goes. Or you can just
oh wow.
Back. And then you can start timing that perfect. Hold on. There we go. I mean, it's hard to get a perfect pass back. You probably have to auto swap to get that back, but so like sometimes you cross, and then like if you pass for it whenever you're farther away, they'll lob it.
So every pass right there, every pass there, in between passes, the computer had the ball, correct?
Correct. I was just the one character that was receiving it, passing it to the other one.
All right, let me try that real quick. Let me just so this is like the Olympics. Bill Murray once said, on the Olympics you should have like someone who is not an athlete participating in the games, so you have something to compare it to. So you just made that look very fluid. So let me try to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And then okay, but switching the characters.
Oh yeah, you still have to. You can kind of just maneuver within your characters and then pass with it. But you do have to be careful because these passes most likely are not going to be perfect passes. So they could get intercepted if someone is just sitting there like that, how I just was spamming intercept and I got the ball. So like
gotcha.
Do it like in these little quick like maneuvering up. Like I'm just making tiny short passes to like try to work the ball forward. Especially if you've got a bigger team, typically. So
dude, that is amazing. Yeah.
But I can even do the same thing with a normal team, and like I can do it a little bit, but not as much, and then just run. Because you'd have like a Peach or a Toad who can just literally take the ball and run forward, so you don't have to do anything too fancy.
Gotcha. That give and go stuff is amazing. And the computer will shoot the ball if it gets close enough to the goal, I'm seeing.
Yeah, like right here, they'll almost let her shoot it. Like, yeah, it wasn't a great shot, but...
You prefer to be in the driver's seat, right? When you shoot?
Yeah. I mean, I can Oh yeah, I mean that's what I just did there out of habit. But yeah,
Gotcha.
I always swap to the character. Like, so I'll pass here, and then I'll swap characters, and then I'll hit shoot. Because it'll automatically swap to the Pauline as long as I hit swap. Or the,
Let me show you something that I saw somebody do once that was not you. It wasn't Mario Gamer. And this was their strategy. They were just walking down the field and just knocking people out of the way.
Everything.
Is there anything to that?
I mean, I wouldn't personally do it because you're giving up a lot of items. And the way to beat as someone who's doing that would be to just hit their one guy, use the item, and then ideally you score. But it'd be like a lot of it's going to be using your items because they're going to be giving you a lot more. So it's just making sure the cycle is up through them.
Gotcha.
And there was something that I wasn't paying attention to because I was talking to. But while my bot is shooting that, you can also like. I'm gonna try to. You just shot it. I was trying to get him to shoot like that again because you can swap to them and cancel their shot. So I'll try to let him.
What?
Well, there you just missed it. Alright, like, Alright.
Oh, I see. When they're charging the shot, you call for the pass.
Yeah, whenever they're charging. Well, I did that on accident. I meant to hit the swap button because then I could have canceled it. So if I like swapped to him, see how it canceled it?
Oh, I do see that. Okay, gotcha.
I can try to get him to do it again. Oh.
Yeah, go ahead and knock. Oh, well, I'm not controlling that.
I can't even knock the bots over. That's crazy. Alright, maybe Alright, hold on. I'm just resetting the AIs. There we go. Oh, shouldn't charge it like I thought you would.
Dude, I cannot.
You can make it look like you're on auto and still play like you would auto too by just hitting the left trigger in between. Or left bumper that swaps as well. It's like you pass, hit the trigger, pass, hit the trigger, pass, hit the trigger, etc.
Dude, you know, my mind is racing here because it seems like the possibilities are a lot more. I mean, and compared to auto mode, the possibilities here are crazy.
Yeah, and like there, just a little example of it. I was just playing it like you could on auto. I was doing this, hitting the trigger in between my passes to swap to the character.
Okay, I'm starting to get this give and go thing.
Yeah. That's a good tackle. Yeah,
nice shot by the CPU.
Like, right there, if you would have just swapped characters to Peach, you would have just had a nice play. Because you can just swap to her now, so yeah, there you go. And if you'd swap to Bowser, yeah. A lot of it's like quick swapping now, otherwise I'm just playing against bots, right?
Right.
So it's one of those things where you just gotta constantly like be prone to, okay, I gotta swap my character. And then whenever you're on the offense's board to play how you would on auto. Or play how you would on manual. Because like even here I'm just making simple, I lost it, but just making simple little short passes. And the only thing there too is, like, yeah, you give up, I tend to give up a little bit more items on manual, like how I tackled you up there, gave an item.
Right.
But it still gave my guy a free Titan and like a free goal out of it. So it's not like I'm against giving up a little bit more items if I'm going to be scoring. And it's guaranteed I'm scoring. And I'll go for
gotcha.
Risky, dangerous, tackle, whatever plays.
So one of the things I'm noticing that if I switch my guys, like if I pass to one of my bots, right, and they have the ball, if I then change player, it goes to the person who's handling the ball. You can't change to someone who's not handling the ball. Okay.
Yep, that is correct. I did forget to mention that. Yeah, if you swap, that's what I was saying whenever you cancel the shot, because you know it'll swap to the guy with the ball, or I assume. So, but like sometimes.
So that takes some getting used to.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely was weird at first. And sometimes like you'll have like bad passes like that, where if you swap, it'll most likely swap you to the closest defender, I've noticed, kind of.
Okay.
But I mean, there is an unnecessary give and go that I did there, but typically, if I have a guy that's back there, and I can run up and make like the diagonal pass for the ankle to the oh yeah. Sometimes that'll happen too, where you go in to swap, but like by the time you swap, it's too late for whatever reason. And
Gotcha.
I don't think you can avoid that if you like.
Would you say that is a downside of manual mode?
Yeah, and sometimes your bots will shoot. Sometimes your bots will shoot automatically, and there's just nothing you can do to avoid it. And so, like, let's say you were setting something up, and for whatever reason, your bot would have just like let's say I was going to set up a cross pass, but I can do it in a second. Oh yeah, sometimes your bots will also just shoot the ball from back here. Like I just did it manually there, but like sometimes they'll just shoot it randomly
right there.
That. So you kind of have to like quick tackle and just be ready for anything because new things happen like that.
So in a sense, it's like you're actually playing with others.
Yeah,
not live teammates, but it's in a sense you're playing with others.
Yeah, exactly.
So for all the people who complain about Mario Strikers Battle League that you can't play 4-on-4, you can if both players are playing manually, in a sense. Manual mode in a sense, right?
In a way. Yeah, in a way.
Okay.
I mean, there's still yeah, your AIs are doing it, but like they're my AI shot. Even though let's say I called for the pass, I didn't. But dude, let's say I called for it and it's gonna make a nice play. Like sometimes the bots will cooperate with you, and it just is what it is.
It's what it is. It almost sounds like a. Go ahead. It sounds like I was about to say. It almost sounds like a boom boom factor. Like sometimes boom boom's on point, sometimes he's not so good.
Yeah, like there, my AI just scored, and I didn't even expect it to, honestly. Speaking of boom boom, yeah, there he just goes.
It's just dope out.
But
so, like, what exercises would you? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, whenever I'm on defense, I don't know if this. I guess in a way it's manual specific. Right. Whenever I'm tackling, I'll like instantly swap, so then I can call for the ball back there. So like after, hold on, let me get rid of it again. I'll do it one more time. Like okay.
Go ahead.
Anyway, I'll hit and swap because my guy will receive it, and it'd just be like that, where it was really quick what happened. But I called for the ball back here after I swapped when Boom Boom threw it to me as Toad, and then you can like call for it. So like,
gotcha,
like,
okay.
Just making a lob to where it would almost just be like a guess. Oh my god, I'm surprised that almost went in.
We're both surprised.
Yeah. A lot of it's just mixing it up with manual and the things you can do with it. Like a lot of it I'm doing, I'm making it look so easy just because I've done it for a while.
Right. Because it's definitely it's so different. It definitely takes some getting used to it.
Oh yeah, it definitely took a while to figure out what was going on with it, and to figure out my bots and what they were gonna do. And even to this day, sometimes I don't even know what my bots are gonna do, but a lot of it's just trying new things and just like I never played against a player on manual for, it was like I think about a month. I did it against CPU. I was like, until I feel as confident as I do on auto, then I'll swap to it. And it just kind of happened.
Gotcha. Wink, this has been a incredible exhibition, and I think we're going to have another episode, you and me, not too long from now, so that we can kind of revisit this and get a little bit more practice in. And because you are a wealth of knowledge on manual mode, and I really had no idea that it is complex as it is. But what you're showing us is that it's like a whole different game when you're playing manual mode. A whole different game.
Yeah, it's a lot different too, because sometimes like with swapping characters, you have to realize that you being on manual, you're not necessarily always going to swap right away. And so you can kind of play off the ball a little bit, which is what I kind of try to do. like not make as many plays on the ball, but more just like how you would in real life, like, oh, what play's gonna make off the ball if I'm like a midfielder and my defense is pushing up, but I also want to get it to my offense. That's just kind of how my mindset works on it.
Sure.
I played soccer growing up, so.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I can see where that would be beneficial.
It kind of went into my play style.
So for somebody who is just getting started in manual mode, what exercises or routine should they like start off with to kind of just get used to it? Should they try the give and go stuff, or should they just dive right in? What do you think?
Personally, I'd try to just dive right into it against CPUs, because that's going to be the easiest way to figure something out whenever you don't have the stress of being against an actual player and you have nothing to lose from it. So like you can just go in with the team on your regular team, but it won't matter. I've only played bigs because I'm more defensive, and so more hits are just more fun to me. So, but anyhow, I just go into like the cup battles, and if you aren't comfortable with Galactic yet, then I just put them on normal. But as long as you can beat Galactic normally, I just leave them on Galactic and just try a few cups and see if it's worth learning or investing the time into, or see if you even enjoy it.
Awesome.
Like the game difference, so. Yeah.
It does. It's a completely different game. If you're bored with Mario Strikers Battle League, there's an easy solution. Go to manual mode. You got a brand new game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. Well, Ink, we really appreciate you being on the Sharp Corner tonight. And as mentioned before, Ink does have a YouTube channel. I will be putting a link to his channel in the description of this episode. Ink, anything you want to say before we close out, aside from that you will commit to another episode so we can revisit some of this and try to reinforce it? Is that okay?
Yeah, that works. And for the exercises, I know I kind of skipped over your question there, but I would just go into the cup battles. But if you wanted like a strict exercise, you can put another controller on, and then you'd literally be against bots that are doing nothing. Just by playing the two controllers, and you can just mess around there too. But a lot of it's just going to be passing and swapping. So like that's what I did for even the game. I was like, all right, all I'm going to do is pass and swap until I was playing like I was on auto. Because that was the first transition, was I still need to be able to play the game normally and win games. So I was basically playing manual like I would auto. But then once I was comfortable with that, I kind of just went along with like the give and go stuff. And then after give and goes, it's more just like trying to find what else is possible and just make different runs, even if they work or not. Just kind of brain jogging data. All right, I know this didn't work last time. Maybe I adjust it like this, and now it worked. And now you do that.
Right.
Yeah. Just kind of go along with it and see what you can do with it.
Yeah. No, it sounds like it's like anything else. You just got to get to the grind if you want to get better at it. Awesome. Yep. Awesome. Well, again, Link, really appreciate you being on the episode tonight. So I'm the Sharp. This is Ink. Do us a favor, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Ink's channel, and until next time, we're out.